The Ukrainian foreign minister didn't just turn up in Brussels for an arm around the shoulder and a reassuring hug from his allies. He came asking for three more things: weapons, weapons and more weapons. And it seems like he's getting them.
We agreed that we must further strengthen and sustain our support to Ukraine so that Ukraine prevails in the face of Russia's invasion.
The Secretary-General wouldn't give more details about what exactly would be handed over, but recently Ukraine has increased its calls for more offensive weapons, tanks and aircraft, and from the Foreign Minister's reaction, getting what he wants isn't the problem.
The discussion is not about the list of weapons, the discussion is about the timeline. When do we get them? And this is crucial, as I explained earlier, because 1 month, 2 weeks ago, it was enough to say what will be given. Today, it's more important to know when it will be given.
The US Secretary of State gave little away, but suggested they were looking at new options.
We're looking across the board right now, not only at what we've provided and continue to provide, but whether there are additional systems that would make a difference and that we could provide them. And we're doing that in close consultation with the Ukrainians, as well as with allies and partners.
The scenes of civilians lying dead in Bucha seems to have concentrated minds here at NATO, with leaders lining up to condemn the killings and increase support to Ukraine. There does seem to be a shift among some NATO members, an increasing willingness to provide what has been termed offensive weapons. The Czech Republic has become the first to provide tanks, and the Secretary-General now shares the same position as the Ukrainian government, that there is no distinction between offensive and defensive weapons, that Ukraine needs any kind as soon as possible. Turkish mediation efforts are also continuing between Russia and Ukraine. After a meeting with his Ukrainian counterpart, the Turkish foreign minister said officials would press on and outlined how things might develop.
There are two scenarios here. After they reach an agreement on the issues they haven't agreed yet, the first option is the foreign ministers will meet and sign the possible agreement, and the leaders will meet later. The second option is the leaders and foreign ministers will meet together, and the foreign ministers will sign the document in front of the presidents.
NATO members say they're preparing for the possibility it could become a long war. They hope it won't, and Turkish efforts could help it come to an end. But with a new NATO commitment to strengthen military support to Ukraine, the conflict could be about to enter a new phase. Andrew Hopkins, TRT World, Brussels.